More news from Polydrops. The most energy efficient RV has launched. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from Polydrops is co founder Kyunghyun Lew. Great to see you again.
Hi, yeah, good to see you again. How's
Well,
you been? Yeah.
terrific. Well,
Oh,
Polydrops has officially opened pre orders for the P21. So let's get an overview here.
yeah, it's a one of the most energy efficient RV you can find on the market. It's a 21 footer. You can stand inside, so we can consider it as a full size RV. It has a narrow body, has almost every amenity you want, has the queen bed, shower, toilet, and kitchen as well, which is optional. But yeah, it's a really reasonable price, reasonably priced for EV owners as well. So yeah, we're stoked to, getting the pre-order of this trailer.
How much does it weigh?
So yeah, we just waited again because we're keep changing details here and there. So it turned out the base model we're gonna start from 1,800 pounds up to 2,000.
And that's a 21 footer. That's pretty lightweight.
It is. Yeah, it's a pretty lightweight trailer because we're targeting the owners with just daily driving cars like compact SUVs or mid-size, or like most of the like best-selling EVs are in the segment of the compact SUV. So we try to make it under 2,000 pounds. So any vehicle with like 3,500 or 2,500 pounds of the tow rating has no problem to tow this thing.
And one of the goals that you had was to not make it a huge drag in terms of
Mhm.
the range of the EV. So what have you been able to achieve?
Yeah, so we so far we tested three different tests. The first one was the Model Y. And Model Y, we saw that the energy consumption when towing, it was 313 watt hour per mile, which you can convert it into the 240 miles. I think is 239 miles in a single charge when you're towing this P21 trailer. And we the next test we've done with the Cybertruck, I think it was the dual motor. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not really familiar with that, but yeah, the owner brought the not Cyberbeast, the just regular one, and we saw the energy efficiency around 408 watt hour per mile. That I believe we have the video, but 408, and so that means that you can go up to around a little less than the 300 miles in a single charge with the Cybertruck pulling it. And the last test we just did it was the Rivian R1T, and we saw the efficiency at 2.25 mile per kilowatt, which is really, really good because the Rivian owner actually really stoked about that because he claimed that he usually with the truck only he saw around like 2.3 to 2.4 mile per kilowatt. So there's a virtually no range drop. That's what he said. So we did a easy calculation. If we say, I mean, he brought the large pack, I mean the better pack, large one. But if we bring the max pack, in calculation, we can go up to 335 miles if you tow with the R1T. So yeah, those are the tests we so far we've done.
What have been the biggest challenges that you faced in designing the
Mhm.
P2,
Well,
P20?
yeah, so there are three different aspects that we have to play with. Well, I mean, I think it's four. Um, the first thing is, well, I mean, we have to make it aerodynamic as much as possible. I mean, if this is the only one, it's going to be much easier. But the second aspect is that we have to make it insulated as much as possible. Because if we have like really rounded like 3D surfaces here and there, that means that it's really hard to insulate the shell. So, or it will gonna limit the material itself, material of the insulation. And the third one is that we have to make this as an actual product that works for customers. It's not a like scientific experimental project, but like we want this thing to work as a regular RV as well. So we are it's really complicated to put all the amenity inside. We were planning inside of the trailer. The last one, the fourth one, will gonna be the price of the camper. So like we can make it work, we can make it aerodynamic and insulated, but we actually had a targeted price of this camper, which was under $40,000 as a starting price. Because if we make it like $100,000 or $150,000 or something, I don't think it's a really viable product at all. So we have to play with all these four aspects, and that was a really hardest part when we're developing this product.
And you've been able to do that. One of the challenges, I suppose, too, is incorporating the solar panels, because this is designed for off-grid use. So tell us what you've been able to do, and your partner.
Well, so right, so at the very beginning, the very first design phase, so how we started is that we started off from how can I say, we usually call it as a mess, like just like big 3D just volume. We started off from there, and we just chop it off here and there to make it aerodynamic. But while we're chopping it off, we always think about like the roof have to be truly flat, except few areas that has the little I think it's called chamfer, like a little rounded surface. And yeah, that's actually it. And while we were designing, we were trying to fit a generic solar panel you can find on the market, because that makes everything affordable as much as possible. And yeah, and we actually did it. And I think the base model we're gonna have that generic solar panel due to the pricing. But anyways, yeah, so we managed to put total four generic panels off from the market, and that will gonna be 920 watts of the solar panel. And yeah, that will be pretty enough for the customer who just want to run the AC only, not induction cooktop or the microwave. So yeah, so that's what we've done. But so you know what I mean, while you're designing your product, and you always be really fascinated about your creation. And one day we thought like, hey, I mean, why don't we bring it to the how can I say, like to the very like kind of edge, like let's push it all the way forward. And I just remember that I met Chris of the Aptera last year. So I contact him. I told him that what's our plan about this camper, and I asked him like, we really need your help. And yeah, that's how we ended up like working with Aptera right now. And we actually had a good news from Aptera today in the morning. I got an email from Reed. He's the designer of the solar panel of Aptera vehicles. And yeah, he's working on the glass version of the panel. They got the glass itself, so they're laminating the solar cell right now. So we're gonna see the glass panel pretty soon on our trailer.
Interesting. And you'll be able to go up to what, 1,300 watts?
Yeah, 1,300 watts.
And these are light enough as well, the way they've designed these, right? To not
So
that's obviously one of the big considerations, because solar panels can be pretty heavy, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. So the prototype we have is made out of the plastic. I think it's made out of HDPE. It's a flexible plastic. That's relatively lightweight. And yeah, I actually told them that we cannot make the panel really heavy, because that will gonna ruin the drivability of the RV, because that's the biggest concern when you're buying, one of the biggest concern when you're buying an RV, because it will gonna face like huge side winds, and if you have a huge load on your top of your RV, makes it really unstable, and it can be tipped over. So yeah, they understand what the actual needs for the for us, and we'll see. I mean, I cannot really tell you how heavy it is until I really get the panel, but they understand that yeah, our needs.
And what about the energy storage, the batteries that you're going to be using?
Yeah, so the battery storage. We were working with EcoFlow from last year. So we have another model. It's called XP19. It's a teardrop trailer. It's kind of a souped up version of the teardrop trailer with a 5 kilowatt power system on it. And we're using the same system on our P21. It is really reasonably priced, and it's one of the top-notch system we've ever found on this RV market. So we decided to go with that. So we're gonna have 5 kilowatts. It's LFP, so lithium iron phosphate battery, um, and coupled with the 3.6 kilowatts of the inverter and charger on board.
Terrific. So, what should customers know? What are they going to be able to do with this? And you do have some options also.
Yeah. Well, so while we're designing this thing, we just imagined about like what you do at home, or let's imagine when you're renting your house or your home, um, like what you want from that home or house or apartment is that you just need a space, just a space, but it's always, um, has a comfort temperature inside. Like that's all you need. Like if you need another like furniture, your computer, you just bring it. You're just renting a empty space. So that we're actually taking the same aspect like that. So for example, the base model of the P21, it just basically has a just bed and the couch inside and a table. But still we're gonna come with the power system, solar panel, and AC and heat pump. So yeah, so what we're really expecting customers to do is that bring their stuff, their own stuff, and just fill it up with their lifestyle instead of that empty shell. It's not really empty, but yeah, just like what we're trying to do is not really give the guideline about how to use the camper. But our actual mission is to give them a space that they can really take it anywhere they want and be comfortable inside. Yeah.
Interesting. And but there are options also for kitchen and
Yep.
bathroom.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we do offer the option for the kitchen. It's a full electric. It comes with the induction cooktop, microwave. There's another option that we call it as a sanitation unit, because that is what it is for. So it will gonna come with the small porta potty. It's a toilet and a shower unit, and a small sink on it. So basically, you can wash anything you have, like even your body itself. So yeah, that's gonna be our second option.
So when people can pre-order these now, tell us about that, how that works and pricing and when you expect to deliver.
Right. So if customer wants, yeah, they can pre-order. So it's $100 refundable, and once they pre-order it, and they have to wait until we really start off the manufacturing. But I believe it will gonna start pretty soon. So let's say the base model itself is ready to go, so it is ready to really start off the manufacturing. But we're more doing some small tuning on the the fully loaded one, especially the sanitation unit. We're working on that option. That's the reason why we're taking some time right now. So anyways, when we're ready to go, customers will gonna get the email that we're ready to produce their camper, and we're gonna ask them like what kind of option they want to choose for theirs. Um, and once everything's confirmed, they'll want to pay extra like additional $4,900, which is non-refundable. Um, so after that, once the trailer is ready, they're gonna pay off the rest um, when they're picking up the camper. So that's how the things are gonna go, and everything we're gonna start off from end of this year, or if they want to order the base model, I think it will gonna be a little bit more earlier than other options, probably like just a couple months is.
And they would come to California to pick up. Is that the
Yeah,
correct?
well, I mean, that's what we encourage. That's what we encourage. But if customer is living too far, or if they prefer to get their trailer to delivered, yeah, we can definitely do that. And we actually already doing it with our teardrop trailer models. So yeah, we're gonna do the same thing for this thing.
That's terrific. So congratulations on the innovations. The place for people to go to for more info on the P21 and your other models is polydrops.com.
That's right.
Terrific.
Mhm.
Kyunghyun Lew, thank you so
Yeah.
much for spending time with us.
Yeah, thanks a lot for inviting me.